This is TWiT.
Ron,
Alrighty.
not only did you have a box at the beginning of the show, but you've got a box in the hardware section, but it's a different kind of box.
It's my new thing. I'm trying to bring a box to every section. Before we get started, Jason, I acknowledge you're sticking with the facial hair. Good for you. For our video watchers who can continue Jason's mustache and goatee adventure that's been going on since November. I'm glad you're sticking with it. So I just noticed that as you were doing that lovely ad read, I was like, oh wow, it's coming in nice. We got some colors going on there. We got some gray, some white. It's pretty cool.
This is how I realize I'm in my mid 40s. Or these little patches of gray. You know, I don't really have gray anywhere else, but I see it there.
Every now and then I get one really long gray in one of those sideburns, and I'm just like, anyway, getting old. All right. Well, speaking of getting old, I have a piece of hardware in my life that is getting old, and those are my my Pixel earbuds. If you remember, long-term watchers of the show know that I don't like things in my ears. So I don't like in-ear headphones. And despite Burke trying to sell me various types of in-ear headphones and things to use on the show, I prefer earbuds. I like a simple, nice earbud that just goes right like in my ear, fits perfectly, and nothing goes inside my ear. Because I once had an earbud get stuck inside my ear on a plane, and it was awful, and so never again. When it was.
That sounds awful.
I was at a conference in Park City, Utah, and the flight from Park City, Utah back to New York, right after takeoff, I took the earphone out and the little plastic thing stayed in and the earphone came out, and a 5-hour flight. I'm trying to get this thing out of my ear. I couldn't do it. It was awful. So never again.
God. Oh, dude.
Never again.
No, I understand now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, but my Pixel Buds are getting tired. I mean, I don't know. When did the first Pixel Buds come out? Those came out ages ago, right? Let's see when those are.
What was that? Was that 2017?
18?
Yeah, 2017, 2018, somewhere around there.
2018, somewhere around there. Yeah, I think so.
Google Pixel Buds. So The Verge reviewed the Google
2017.
Pixel Buds in 2017.
Yeah, so I've had
November
those.
2017.
I've had those since 18, 19, 21. So 4 years, 4+ years I've been using those. Yeah. So I was like, listen, it's time to get a new pair. So I went out and I was searching for a new pair of Bluetooth wireless earbuds. And which is, by the way, whittling the search down and filtering out all the in-ear headphones was nearly impossible. But I was surprised to find out that there's a pretty decent selection. There was about 6 or 7 earbuds that I was looking for, everywhere from, I saw some brands that were like $30. And then I saw like there was a Bose set of earbuds that are like $200, right? I don't want to spend that much, but I want to spend a little more than that. Where I netted out was on these suckers, which in our video viewers can see me holding up the box. It is the NexiGo Air T2 wireless earbuds. And what struck me about these was that they claim that they are the smallest, thinnest earbuds and charging case. And I'm going to unbox it here, and I will show you that it is startlingly small. This
awesome.
Little case is like so thin and so tiny. I don't know how they did it. It fits in your, I'm not going to stand up and make everyone look at my crotch, but that the little sub pocket inside your jeans pocket.
Yeah.
It fits in
the pocket
there.
within your pocket. That's awesome.
Yeah, it fits in the pocket within the pocket, which is
passes
awesome.
Ron's pocket test, which he used to run with tablets back in the day.
Yes. Yeah. I used to put tablets in my back pocket to see if they fit in my back pocket. But yeah, so I picked these suckers up. So they've got a great little clamshell case that they sit into, and actually it's so small it's actually hard for my big fat fingers to deal with. But when the case is open, they're not charging. When the case closes, they are charging, right? And they're clearly marked right and left when you see each one comes in, and you can just pop them out of the case. And these are actually really, really small. But it's I'm horrible at my camera stuff and Burke's moving around. So it's imagine a little earbud without the wire, and it's got just a little bit of like maybe a 1/2 inch of plastic coming down from the center of the earbud. And the entire area, so there's a silver circle right in the center of the earbud on the outside, and then there's black plastic. These come in black, white, and red. And there's a little bit of black plastic. The entire plastic and silver circle area is tappable. So all your controls. So it's not like you need to hit that one silver target. It works for the entire area. And also both the right and the left side are tappable as well. So for me, the question was, like, how do they fit? How do they feel? And I'm going to put one in so you can our video watchers can see it. But they fit and feel great. They just feel like a regular earbud. As I moved away from the mic, so hang on, let me do.
And those are not extending into your canal, not creating that like suction-y effect that I know that you hate. I don't mind it, but I know you hate it. These are no different than my wired earbuds I use on the show. I use a pair of $9.99 Sony earbuds for my monitor ears. They actually look almost exactly the same if you look at the buds themselves. They're just a black circle. It goes right in. When I put the wireless earbud in my ear, I did get finding the right groove for it or spot to settle in. Took barely a second. It just popped right in, felt good. They do recommend tilting the little black piece coming down away from your head to get better kind of reception from the on the microphone and all that sort of stuff. But I tested it with phone calls. Phone calls sounded great. The person I was on the phone with said I sounded great. I didn't really do an A/B test to the Pixel Buds or not. It was just more like, hey, can you hear me? How do I sound? And that sort of thing. But person on the phone couldn't tell I was using wireless earbuds, which is great. It's got it's within this, in terms of the guts of it, it's got the Qualcomm QC3040 chipset and Bluetooth 5.2, which is great. It's also got 4 microphones in 2 in each of the earbuds with CVC 8.0 noise reduction technology. And they claim that it's got up to 28 hours of playtime. I have not tested it through all 28 hours. I think the lowest I ran the battery down was like 75%. So I haven't given it the full, let it run for a day without charging. But I'm able to quickly pair to my phone or to my tablet. What I really like about it is that once you take them out of the case, they immediately connect to the last device that they connected to if it's within range. But once you put them in the case and close that clamshell, it turns them off and severs any Bluetooth connection, which is actually something I ran into a problem with the Pixel earbuds all the time, is that I guess because they were older, or the way that, you remember that case, that fabric case where they kind of sit in and you had to wrap the thing around it? It would be in the case and it would still connect to my phone and then drain the battery. Which is just a pain in the butt. Yeah. I mean, they were also that was like almost 5 years ago. These things have come a long way in 5 years. Lots of advances. Yeah. And so they've also got neat little magnets. So when you put them back in the case, they just kind of snap into place so you can't screw it up, which is really cool. It's got IPX5 waterproof. And they claim one of the reasons why I got it, what I needed for both, phone calls and like listening to music, but also I go running, right? And now this is where the only point where the review turns a little bit of a ding. I went out, finally the weather got warm enough a couple of weekends ago after I got these, and I went out for a run. And I had mixed results while running. It sounded good, but what happened was that it was a particularly blustery, cold New York January winter day. I would get a gust of wind, and what I was listening to would stop. Like the wind was actually whatever, the touch control, the combination of me running and the wind coming at me was picking up a pause tap, which is not great.
Oh, wow.
Phantom tap.
Exactly. So I only got to do one run on it, and it happened like it was particularly windy when I was running downhill, but then I got out of like the direction of the wind, and then I was running uphill in a more wooded area, and I didn't have that problem. So I want to get out for a couple more runs before I say, yes, this is like unusable in a fitness area. But I went to the gym the other day. I brought him to the gym, 40 minutes on the treadmill, no problem, never paused, never ran into a thing. Obviously got sweaty, they never fell out, they never got dislodged. Like it was just like they passed about like 90% of the fitness test, I'll say. Nice. I do want to get out and run again to see how they feel, and see if that wind problem happens again. But beyond that, it was pretty good. So so I give them thumbs up. I like them so far. They're $70 on Amazon. I got them. I got, as you can see here by the video, I got the black ones. They're a half an inch wide. It's crazy. They're so small. So if you're looking for a non-in-ear option for earbuds, and you're in the market, I would say give them a try. So, it does work with the Google Assistant. It doesn't have all the neat bells and whistles like the Pixel Buds have, where Assistant like is naturally in there, but I can get a notification. I can tap and play me back a message. I don't use any of that stuff anyway, so I was fine. So
yeah. I mean, the Pixel Buds are really. I'm trying to think of any other wireless earbuds that do that always listening thing that the Pixel Buds do. I think that's pretty much isolated to them for that particular feature. Yeah, which I find really, really useful, especially if you're going for like a run, then you just don't even have to interact at all. You're just like, hey, gee, skip forward 15 seconds or whatever, 2 minutes or whatever. Yep. It's really nice. But the NexiGo Air T2 wireless earbuds. Nice.
Yeah.